The Ghana Agricultural Workers Union wants government to cancel the National Farmers' Day celebration, which it says government spent about 70 million cedis on. General Secretary of GAU, Edward Karowe, says in spite of the huge investment, the event is not beneficial to farmers and the sector. Mr. Karowe averts the holiday period has caused implications which can be channeled into supporting farmers' welfare. He spoke with my colleague Prince Appiah.
Well, we are also very concerned about the manner in which we celebrate our Farmers' Day. It's very controversial, and people do not want to understand that. Ghana is a middle-income country. Because of that, we are denying some concessionary benefits from the global investment world. What it means is that we need to generate more of our income. Now, we support government efforts to honor the farmers. But the question we have been asking is, when you declare the place that day a public holiday in the name of the farmers, to what extent does the public holiday go to help the farmers? And when we say help, we are talking about what are their needs. So if you go and ask a farmer, what are his challenges? Does the public holiday actually address those challenges? Probably no. Because no farmer can be directed by legislation to stay at home and rest. When that farmer produce are threatened by bushfires on the farm or rodents and so on, that farmer will know that they are rational human beings. Except those farmers that are receiving awards will not go to farm on that day. Otherwise, almost every farmer will go to his farm. Meanwhile, you have allowed other people who are not farmers to go and sit at home. And you see, that also undermines the private sector, as you said. If you're a private sector operator and you have 500 jobs, and your operations has nothing to do with agriculture, and yet those 500 workers have to stay at home for that day, and yet you still have to pay them because it's a public holiday. You, the private sector business person, you are at loss, because of the public holiday. Meanwhile, we are of the view that the public holiday creates cost. We think that government should let all of us go to what? Work on that day. And then the money that will be generated on that day, 50% of it should be put into a fund. It's now around 70 million Ghana cedis a day when there's a public holiday. Our GDP. Now, if it is 70 million Ghana cedis, and you see that 35 million of it should be put in a special fund, whereby farmers can now access it, either with interest, small interest, or with no interest at all. It is more beneficial to the farmer and addressing the credit challenge needs than to say that everybody should go on leave, on holiday, and that challenge is still there. We have to find innovative ways of doing that. And that is the thing that we are probably not working up and doing. But, of course, it's still the normal way of celebrating Farmers' Day over 30 years when we started with it, you see, and we are still doing the same thing.
How far have you gone with this particular?
Well, we have put the suggestion to them, but of course, you can see that governments sometimes are very, very adamant in responding to change when there's the need for change. Because more importantly, when they see that an opportunity has been created for them to exploit it. For instance, on that particular day, it becomes public relations day for government throughout. From the regions to the districts to the national, all are going to be talking about government. And government officials are those who are echoing all what government has done. So I believe that it is probably because of that reason that they find it very difficult to shift and to take away the dates. And also, again, sometimes you think governments have got the gas, but they don't have the gas to take it out because probably they would think that it could be used against them that you have come to take away the holiday or this and that. But that is the reality.
Meanwhile, about 135 Best Farmer Award recipients have undergone financial management, business plans and commercial negotiations training in Kumasi to boost their production and marketing capabilities. The training aims to ensure that award winners from all 16 regions understand the agriculture sector and treat their farms as a business. The workshop was organized by the Ghana Scholarship Secretariat in partnership with the Ministry of Food and Agriculture on the theme Transforming Agriculture into a Sustainable Business, Practical Driven Solutions for Effective Planning. Mahmoud Mohamed Nuruddin reports.
Agricultural transformation continues to be the driving force behind Ghana's economic development and must receive the attention it needs to build a strong economy. This transformation means job creation, increased income, reduced malnutrition, and enabler for accelerating economic growth.
Participants will be taken through 4 key models. We have the financial issues that comes with agriculture, and I will be looking at financial management and controls, we'll be looking at business plan, we'll be looking at accessing funding opportunities, turning opportunities in farming into a profitable venture, commercial negotiation and decision making. That will form part of model.
Registrar of the Ghana Scholarship Secretariat, Mr. Kingsley Ajimai, says the workshop is part of efforts to strengthen the capacity of farmers to influence their business and encourage greater engagement.
They were supposed to have gone to Morocco, but for the COVID-19, they couldn't embark. So there was a need to give them a simulation of what happened in Morocco. So the consultants, together with the Moroccan counterparts, they'll be having virtual as well as physical interaction with them. The idea is that we need to improve their capacity because new technologies are coming in. There are now more innovative ways of doing that. But because of the massive improvement or the massive investment in agriculture, hitherto we used to have a lot of shortages in most of our staples.
Authorities at the Secretariat believe knowledge acquisition is essential, and they would continue to engage awardees in diverse training programs, both locally and abroad, so that they are equipped with the required skills.
Additionally, the Secretariat believes that knowledge acquisition is key, and for that matter, we'll continue to engage awardees in varied training programs locally and abroad to be able to equip them with requisite skills and knowledge in best practices of their profession. We are already witnessing tangible and significant changes in the agricultural value chain due to the friendly policies of His Excellency the President. Many jobs have been created under the flagship Planting for Food and Jobs and Youth in Agricultural programs. Basic farm input are easily accessible. Post-harvest losses by the kind courtesy of the National Food Buffer Stock has drastically reduced with the introduction of one district, one factory policy, which provides ready markets for our produce. It is my hope and expectation that this workshop shall be used to encourage greater engagement in agro-industry by the stakeholders, even as we go into the December elections.
The workshop is also to fulfill a promise made by the President during the 34th National Farmers' Day celebration in Tamale and the subsequent one in Ho. One of the promises is to expand scholarship awardees of the 2019 Best Farmers at the national and regional levels. He says all the awardees are entitled to 2 scholarship slots for their dependents of choice, pursuing higher education at tertiary levels.
Those who excel, we have an arrangement with the government.
Ministry of Food and Agriculture's Human Resource Director says the ministry focuses on agricultural extension agents' understanding of agricultural activity so that farmers can be taught to treat their farms like a business. Mr. Tete explains that most farm produce are left to rot because farmers lack the expertise to market them after harvest. Hence, the initiative to integrate the business aspect of agriculture in the training of agricultural extension agents to address the problem.
When it comes to produce, stuffs are produced, they are left to the producing centers. No, it's difficult to send them. You find few people engaged in marketing. So one of the things we are doing is to review the curricula for extension, so that the extension service staff will understand the business of agriculture. So they will teach farmers something like record keeping. Record keeping, we realize, is key. How to process some of the food. Most of the food we produce, we can process. So we are taking them through the Women in Agricultural Development Directorate and the Extension Services. the farmers are being encouraged to process them, at least to this semi-form. Then also encourage the young people to go into the marketing of the produce, so that not only you can sell not only in Ghana, but you can even send them, engage in export trade.
A report by Mohammed Nuruddin.